You asked for it, you begged for it, and guess what? You're stuck with it now. It is Monday. It is 8 o'clock, and if it is Monday at 8 o'clock, then it is Mighty Monkeys Nerd World News. And I am your host, 24601.
24601?
Yeah, Jean Valjean gives us a prisoner number.
From what?
From Les Miserables.
Oh. Now, because he was adamant that I would not remember it was Monday, and if it's Monday and it's 8 o'clock and it's Mighty Monkeys Nerd World News or something along those lines. I'm tired, but I remembered today.
That's been Monkey Business, a product of your purveyors and producers of the Flower City Comic Con, coming at you like a spider monkey on September 14th to 15th of 2024. Like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, like us on Twitter, like us wherever you go, and we will lead you to where the entertainment is. It has been 5 years. It's been 3 years since I've done that, and I still remember it. You have been on this show for 2 years, and you can't remember if it's 8 o'clock on a Monday at 8 o'clock. You can't do that.
I don't remember what I had for lunch.
I'm older.
It doesn't matter.
I have CRS.
Can't remember shit. Yeah.
And you are the smart one of the two of us. Hello, Ashley.
Melanie,
hello, Melanie.
Yeah.
We love you. We miss you. Hope all is well with the both of you. With us is the vivacious and effervescent Ann Liebeck. Hello, Ann.
A round of applause for Ann.
We're actually in sync too. Did you notice that? That was working out really well for us.
No, I was just saying that how I hit my arm on the door frame and my sensor came off today.
On the door frame.
Yes, on the door frame. And I'm feeling so I'm like, oh shit, I can't scan myself because.
Do you want a bottle of water?
Yes, please.
There you go. See, I always have a couple extra up here just in case. All right.
This is your notification that I'll count Halloween candy at Walgreens is 80% off.
80% off.
Whoa, nice.
Holy free Jolies. You know, I saved a ton of money on Halloween candy this year by not buying any. That's a thing.
Oh my God. 7 bags I bought for
I know.
the 2
We've
events.
eaten 5 of them already at the gaming table.
Those. How'd you get into my house? I don't know. But Michael, nice display cabinet for your uranium glass. Oh
yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. Hi, Michael. It's good to see you, brother. And congratulations to your daughter, Caitlin. That was awesome news that I saw you share earlier today.
Didn't he say that there was a movie coming out with his daughter in it soon?
He's in it too.
Yeah, he's in it too.
All right. Do you have any news stories? Do you have any news stories?
Tastes better than regular candy.
So, our top story tonight. Nothing.
Woo!
It's been a slow news day. So we figured we're just going to hang out and chat with you. And I think Ann has got a couple of comics lined up to show off, a couple of boxes. So she'll be doing that shortly, whether she likes it or not. Because I'm not in this damn mess alone anymore.
I got swag. That's the best part of it. I got swag.
Oh, I know. And some of that swag you can't show.
Michael is going to be the Kevin Bacon of our generation.
That he's in everything?
He's in everything. And I love that for him. I want to see more Michael. That's the thing.
Is it like more?
Well, I want to see Michael in more things. Let me rephrase that before he takes that in the wrong direction.
I was a little scared of where that was going, but okay, you went in the right one.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but all right. So, what are some of the things that you can expect from Nerd World News coming forward? More comics.
Chris. You're gonna expect Chris
stuff. What's that, Ann?
We're gonna expect more Chris.
More Chris. Yes, 100% more Chris. I'm very upset about that, but anyway, here we're rolling with it. 7 Degrees of Michael Koski will be a game we will be playing.
We'll be able to link anything to a movie
he's in. Abso-friggin-lutely. I am also, as soon as I figure a few things out, I got to talk to Dan about how this works. I am going to start pre-recording some things that we might throw up on our TikTok from time to time as well. I am naming the spot CHT, Chris's Hot Takes. Okay. I have a couple of topics I'm going to be working on. I might do some basic movie reviews from time to time. And Michael does point out that I know Kevin Bacon stand in the following and worked with him again on Christmas special. So we can even Kevin Bacon game Michael Koski with Kevin Bacon. So that's extra bacon there.
We are, 2 degrees to Chris Evans?
Yes.
Because of McKenna? Is that what it is? 2 degrees?
Yeah, something like that because of McKenna giving him a hug. All right. So as I was saying, I'm gonna do a couple of movie reviews. in the future. Not least of which Tanya and I are going to be seeing
The
the Marvels this coming Friday when it opens up.
So we'll wait a couple weeks for that movie review because of
spoilers. A new special scent from Mighty Monkey Corporation.
We have to figure out what scent that is and actually like.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be cosplayer. No, come on. Some smell it. And then for all my critters out there, I smell like a crayon. You'll know. If you know, you know. Some other topics that I'm working on essays for. What I've learned from running a convention. Art reflecting reality and the dystopian nightmare of the current society. A talk of a Gen Xer who's in his 50s talking about pronouns and gender fluidity and how we relate to it and how it affects, not so much it affects us, but how we can do better at helping other people feel more comfortable with themselves, things like that. And also the toxicity of fandoms. I plan on talking about that at length. And how I actually bailed out of a lot of things because I just want to be a fan of something. I don't want to talk about it with other fans because other fans really suck these days. Like Star Wars fans, I'm looking at you. Doctor Who fans who particularly were against Jodie Whittaker for all the wrong reasons, I'm looking at you. Stuff like that. So I'll be coming for some people, declaring a little bit of violence there on that one. So, and if there's anything you want to hear my thoughts on, not that I'm all that important, but you never know. If there's a topic you'd like me to research and cover for you in any way, shape, or form, you know how to get a hold of me. I've been putting the email up for 5 years. You know it. It's chris@fc3roc.com.
ORG.
Yeah, Michael left the 501st because of toxicity. Ashley, want to pass some candy my way, Ann. Ashley Berlinski would like some Halloween candy, Ann, if you can provide that. Send that her way.
I got Scary Mix from Haribo.
There you go. Melanie says, yes, fandom toxicity is so real. I did a vlog on that.
Yeah.
You know, so these are conversations that I will be having because I'm running out of cool things to talk about because it's been slow news weeks lately, I've noticed.
Yeah,
there hasn't been a lot of really a lot of
and
stuff going on.
Anything that's happened, people have been dying and we're done with that.
Yeah, you know, I'm not really good with that. For those of you who still play World of Warcraft, that which was my addiction for almost 14 years, they did not announce one expansion. They announced 3.
Oh.
And apparently it's a saga. They're all going to be linked together. It's going to be their own trilogy. And the rumor has it, these might be the trilogy of expansions that they end World of Warcraft on. Or, you know, or they just end a chapter and start writing another one. And, you know, we'll be playing World of Warcraft 40 years later. I don't know. But it's...
I should actually start playing again, considering I still pay the $12.99 a month.
Yeah, you know, I haven't had a subscription in about a year or so. Every so often I pop back in, and I did have fun with Dragonflight at first, but then it became grindy again, and I kind of bailed out. I think I'm done with World of Warcraft, which is hard for me to say because I spent so much time and met so many great people over the years with that game.
You met the Lord Admiral.
I did meet the Lord Admiral. When I went to New York City Comic Con a couple weeks back, I got a picture with one of my favorite critters, Laura Bailey, voice actress extraordinaire, who provides the voice of Lord Admiral Jaina Proudmoore. And has for quite a few years now. So I was kind of psyched about that. That was cool. Everybody was coming up to her in Jester cosplays and Imogen cosplays and all sorts of Critical Role cosplays. And then I walk up to her, my happy ass goes, Lord Admiral. And she's like, oh, well, thank you. It was so cool. So that was a lot of fun. She was excited to get something outside of Critical Role there for a moment.
Oh.
So.
Hold on.
All right, here comes the mandatory.
Pupper sighting on Ashley's like pupper sighting.
She saw it. She knew what was coming. She could read the room. So, hi, everybody.
Oh, speaking of puppers.
No. I see a Savvy in the background. Or is that a cat? That's a cat tail. Or is that Savvy?
That's Savvy.
Is that Savvy? Hi, Savvy.
He's currently hunting Boomer.
Taju, you have a flavor. Okay. So, here's your puppy sighting, which is mandatory for every show. We lost 3 likes or 3 viewers off of that. So, Juno, you got to go back down. So yeah, there'll be some things coming on, and we'll be doing some stuff, and then there will be movies coming out in the Christmas season.
And the Doctor Who 60th anniversary
the Doctor Who 60th
stuff.
anniversary is
So
going to be in a
I'm
couple of
assuming
weeks.
we'll be talking
We'll
about
be definitely
that.
talking. You and I will definitely be talking about that. Hopefully, with the lovely and vivacious Elizabeth Rice, who is our local Doctor Who expert, and maybe young Peter can join us for that one as well. Who knows? Because I know he's a big Doctor Who fan, and I appreciate that. But you know, it was funny. I didn't talk about it much, but we didn't have a Doctor Who fan panel at FC3 this year, which was a really hard decision for me. I just didn't have the room to put it, but I also just didn't want to take the time to talk about it anymore because it's gotten so difficult to listen
to the toxicity of some people.
I mean, all of our local fans are really cool. I mean, everybody like, Elizabeth and Peter and all those guys, they're a lot of fun to talk about, and they get it, and they come with the ebb and the flow, and they enjoy it for what it is. And I always appreciate that, but it's just kind of taken the momentum out of me. I just want to enjoy it on my own for a change, that kind of a thing. And I'm hoping that Disney Plus is going to have some stuff. I've actually started purchasing the Blu-ray DVDs.
You said that.
I have
Tenet and
Smith. I have Eccleston and Tenet now.
Oh, okay.
All of Eccleston and all of Tenet.
I have them.
And then I'll get Smith and Capaldi and Whitaker and whatnot. And then I'll start going backtracking across the.
I was going to say, I think I have a couple of them just on DVD, not the Blu-ray.
I think what I really want to do the most is just take a day where I wrap my scarf around me and I pour a couple cups of tea and I just start like binging like John Pertwee and Tom Baker episodes again. See, look at that. You're writing it off. You don't even know which episodes I'm going to pick. They're good stuff in there. You have a problem with the big-eyed rubber monsters and the dead space of walking through Paris for 16 different scenes, and the cheesy ass music.
I just had a difficult time with the classic ones. With just
who says you have to watch it with me?
You don't know.
You stay the hell home.
Okay. I'll be happy watching Supernatural.
There you go.
Because I'm rewatching that right now, going, I don't remember that episode. Really? Did that?
What are some of the things you guys have kind of like started thinking about getting back into? Some of the series out there that we haven't talked about, other than Doctor Who and Supernatural. What are Covington Cross? Maybe there's some fans of that out there that haven't rewatched a couple of those episodes there. What are some other ones? Well, Star Trek and all of its forms and formats. Koski just binged DS9. That's not time poorly spent. That's awesome. I love that.
True Blood.
Let's see. My buddy Paul Bradford from Ghost Hunters International is a huge Doctor Who fan and will make a great guest for FC3, winky face. Well, Michael, you and Tanya need to have that conversation then, I think.
Are you his agent?
Get it? Yeah, get him let's get some contact information on that.
Stranger Things.
Edwin Torres is going to be watching Firefly. Edwin Torres! I love that, man.
I know. I didn't see him last weekend.
I have a crush on Edwin Torres.
But I saw Gideon.
I did see Gideon. I saw he's just a handsome little fella.
He's so cute with his pearls.
All right. Ashley is watching Stranger Things again. Melanie's got a True Blood addiction working there. Peter's watching on Netflix The Devil's Plan. Melanie mentions we do have a Firefly giveaway coming up Wednesday with a feature. A feature. And what's a series that you haven't watched in a while that you'd love to get back into?
I don't know. I just finished the new Goosebumps, and I was very impressed and very reminiscent of the 90s Goosebumps.
Okay.
This sounds super weird, but does anybody remember in the 90s Nickelodeon had Are You Afraid of the Dark? Mm-hmm. I would love to find that. Oh, good. Wade sighting. Wade's home.
Wade sighting. Watching Moonlighting.
Now.
There's some classic. Jason Olsen just watched Rebels and then Ahsoka. That's a good pairing right there of those two. You know what? Rebels is such an underrated series. It was so well done. The story was kind of clunky in the first season while they got their footing, and then once they got their footing, they were off to the races. That was a great series.
Yeah. I haven't watched Rebels yet, and I had started Clone Wars in 2021, and I don't know which season.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to watch Rebels.
Yeah.
So, Ashley says, I have an Are You Afraid of the Dark shirt. The 90s had some great spooky shows.
Right? I agree.
Oh.
I need to relive my childhood in the 90s.
Now, and you're an 80s, 90s baby, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
Were you
70s?
Graduated in 96.
96? Okay.
Yeah, 78.
78? All right. So you don't remember the 70s like I do.
No, I don't remember any of
the 70s. Because I
70s.
qualify as friggin' old now. The Midnight Club on Netflix is a throwback to Are You Afraid of the Dark? Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. So.
Yes, I saw that. They do that whole the whole circle of the Midnight Society. The same thing that Are You Afraid of the Dark did. Yeah.
And keep the conversation going, folks. So you got to let us know what you're thinking about, and some of the things that we have talked about that you'd like us to circle back on, or things we haven't talked about that you'd like us to examine. These are things we'd like to do, turn it kind of more into a hangout and chat show rather than here is some weird stuff that we found on the internet that you probably already read last week, but we're rehashing it for you 6 days later because we couldn't find anything better.
I think we should talk more books. I think we should talk books because there's a local author who wrote a book, and I've been reading it. He was actually the DJ of my wedding.
Okay.
And it's so good. Like, it is so good.
Melanie says people need to start getting DVDs again. I agree.
When does the book come out, Chris?
What book?
When
does the
you're
book?
writing?
The one I'm writing? Oh, God. I was just talking about that earlier today, as a matter of fact, this evening with Tanya.
You created two new.
I created two
members.
new people to put on this wandering spaceship that I was designing. The funny story, and I think some of you have actually heard me talk about this before, but if this is new information to you, I have written a variety of short stories or pieces of short stories and sections of ideas and whatnot over the years. Which one is that one, Ann?
It's Cookie. Get off my computer.
She's not on your computer. I put it up so she can't walk across it.
There you go.
But she's knocking down my swag.
About, I want to say 10, 11 years ago, I started laying the groundwork and notes and designing kind of like the universe that this story takes place in. And I've even written up some chapters here and there and some ideas for whatnot. It's been evolving and growing and shrinking, but then life happens, right? If you're not a professional, you can't take the time to sit down and just pound away at a keyboard. You know, I'm not going to associate myself with George R.R. Martin, who takes 15 years to write a book. I'm close enough at this point. The thing is that several thousands of people are anticipating George's book. Several couple people are anticipating mine. So I'm not disappointing a larger audience than he is.
It's funny. Funny you should mention it because growing up, I always loved to read. I was, and my nose was always buried in a book. And so when I was at Nazareth, political science major turned English major. My grandfather, for I don't know if it was my 16th birthday or graduation or something, but he made me the beautiful bookcase that's in my bedroom.
Okay.
And it's handmade. He made it. And there's a little plaque up there. I'd have to go in and see when he did. But he always thought and had always said that I would write a book. And
you should.
And my mom's like, you need to write a book. I don't like to write. I really don't. I'm an English literature major. Literature because I like
now
to
you've said
read.
Okay, so that's the difference
writing.
for you.
Yes.
So I was an English major. I read as much as you did probably when I was in college, or made it look like I was reading. A lot of Cliff Notes. But I also got into how to craft stories even before that. Dan and Brian and myself and a couple of others, we were writing these little short stories back when we were in high school. So we weren't even English majors yet. Actually, I think I'm the only one who became an English major from that particular group. But let me tell you, I've been kind of going through some of the stuff in my attic lately. I'm trying to clean up the gaming area up there. And I found a box that had some printouts from 35, 36 years ago when I was in high school. And wow, I was very creative, but I had no sense of grammar. There's
a program called Grammarly. I downloaded it onto my my school computer. It helps me with my emails. And yeah, Melanie's like, I do feel that, Tanya. There's like a journalist communications major that writes technical writing. Then there's the English major that's an English major that does the reading.
I delve into the languages and create from it.
Right. Whereas I jumped the other way.
Yeah.
I did the literature part with English, with education 7 through 12. And I found a Trevor Writings recently I did for my creative writing class. Interesting. See, Deanna is like, Deanna is the writer. You are the writer. I am the reader. Anne is the reader. Like,
see, Dee is a really good technical writer too. She's excellent at conveying in concise format. She's really good at relating to a community, and she's the journalist, right? She's the one who can disseminate information. Whereas I am, like I am for the convention, I am just, wildly weird and all over the place, right? Like, my favorite book that I've ever read is the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy from 1978's release. I love that book. It's my favorite book of all time.
I did read that book,
but I've read
the hell out of me.
All of the Chronicles of Amber. I've read the Belgariad. I've read, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've read 2010, The Year We Made Contact. I've read.
Did you read Sword of Shannara?
No, I've never read the Sword of Shannara.
Anne?
I have them, all of them.
I was going to say I've read Sword, Elf Stones, and what was the last one? There's
I have to go pull them. They're all, I can see them from here. I have to go pull them.
Yeah, Terry Brooks.
But I fell off the wagon a long time ago too, because life happens, right? So I remember reading all of the Harry Potter books in succession, one right after the other, bang, 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 when the 7th book was due to come out. So I read the first 6 over about 3 weeks, and then the 7th book came out, and I read that. And let me tell you, Harry Potter fans, I do not recommend it. Space them out, because holy cow, they just became a blur after a while. And I actually had to watch the 7th and 8th movie to understand what happened in the 7th book, because they're all blurred together.
So on Wednesday, I was at, I think, the Target in Arundecoit before I went to dance class. And I was grabbing a Coke Zero and I was grabbing something else. So I knew I had some time to kill before dance class, because it was only like 5:15.
Yes.
Class doesn't start at 6:30. So I grabbed a book.
That was not us. That was over there.
Yeah, I know. I grabbed a book from Target. It was called Filthy Rich Vampire, only because we were reading, I know, it's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And I just needed something to be able to read at work when I had some downtime, because my coworker is giving me the no finger about reading ahead in regards to so I finished. And that was book 1 of a 4-book series. And I'm like, oh. So on Friday, before I came out for gaming to Chris's house, I stopped at Barnes & Noble to look for the other books. They're not at Barnes & Noble.
Where are they?
I'm able to get them on Amazon through Kindle Unlimited. So thank God I have Kindle Unlimited, because now I'm on book 3. So I handed book 1 over to Chrissy Friday night.
I saw that.
And
I was there for that.
Only because I was like, now back to reading.
Speaking of reading, and I brushed across the fact that I started writing a book and didn't write a book, and started writing a book and then didn't write the book, and all that stuff. And it's just been kind of a complicated of things. I have a sneaking suspicion there will be a bunch of people trying to keep me honest and seeing how that unfolds.
Yes. But speaking of books, Anne opened some Kickstarters and swag.
What do you got for comics for us there, darling?
Well, we're going to start with a non-comic. Hymn of the Ancients by Evan Pickering, Volume 2. It is a book.
Ooh.
Look at the back, son.
And sometimes what grabs me, no, I need to read the last one of the Sikaris security series.
Oh, Blood of the Demon Heart. I saw that one.
I opened it in a bag in my living room.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's a Kickstarter. There's too many.
My desk is shaking because the dog will not stop weaving herself in and out of the leg. Can you stop that?
Okay, we're going to go to comics from Kickstarters, because this is one of Mel's favorite series so far. Because, boob tape.
Lay down.
Merc issue 4.
Holy smoke. I'm telling you, comic books, man. Comic book physics.
Yeah. And this came with a lot of swags. We have stickers.
All right. These are good.
Yeah, we got to be careful on some of these. So,
Woo! She was covered.
Nerd World News takes a PG-13 turn. Film at 11.
Today's PG-13. I can honestly say there's nothing R that I gotta check that one. No, that one's definitely a no.
He's complaining.
It's because Wade won't play with him. Savior, stop. And of course, I don't know what these are. Poker chips?
It looks like a poker chip. It's a casino token or something.
Yeah, you get a lot of them. So the next one was Power Comics Group, Austin Hugh, The Masters. This is issue 2 and 3.
Tips or slits.
Now, what is The Masters? What's that all about?
So it came with stickers trying to explain them and some cards. So let's see, there is Black Owl, Arrow, Airman,
and Golden Age Heroes.
Plymo. So it's a throwback to Golden Age Heroes according to Wade. So there's Plymo, Airman, Black Owl.
All right.
And Arrow.
Are these like DC, Marvel, independent? What are these guys from?
These are Power Comics Group. It's an independent Kickstarter. Okay. Right, honey? Yes.
Get his ass on camera. I want to hear what he's got to say about this stuff.
Come on over, Wade said. Wade said. Chris says, come on over and talk. Except now the dog has his rope and he thinks he's going to play. Wade gets home and the dog thinks it's playtime. And the last one is another. Oh, wait. This one also had a pin. And the last one I opened is another one of Mel's favorites. So this is chapter 9 of the Evil Verse Unleashed from Muerta Coffin Comics. I'm going to take this one out because it's so slimy. Yes, I know the rules. No nips, no slits.
Oh, well, it's fairly tame compared to some of the covers you sent up today.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely nudity inside this one, so we're gonna.
Don't stop now! It's like there's only 6 people watching right now. It's like we're gonna.
They're just watching now.
They're flagged on Facebook later.
They're the easily corruptibles. It's all good.
Yeah. So this had a lot of cards, a dog growling, and stickers. And this one also came with a really cool swag that I don't know where it went to. It was here a minute ago.
Cookie took it.
Probably. It was a can opener or a bottle opener that was really sweet.
Didn't she knock stuff off the table?
Yeah, it's here somewhere. Everybody likes to knock stuff off my table when I'm here, so I'll find it. It's really cool. It looks like a little credit card. It's a bottle opener. Did I put it in my pocket so I wouldn't lose it? Nope. I usually do that.
Now, are you gonna like flip flop? So some weeks you're here and some weeks you're over there and hanging out and doing comic-y stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have been here tonight, but you know.
Plague.
The plague hit, and I'm not even going there the rest of the week. So.
Hello, Derek. I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure who Derek is, but.
I know what Derek is.
Yes, Jason just says Derek says hello. I'm like, all right, hi Derek. Who the hell's Derek?
So there was an episode of the Comic Chix where we opened up a comic, and it was Big Dick Derek.
Ah. Okay.
I remember the comic.
On that happy and pious note, remember that Nerd World News is a family-friendly organization. Brought to you by.
On that note, I'm going to drop off because it's loud here. So have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next week in a quieter zone.
All right, love you, Ann. We'll see you
soon.
Bye. Bye. If I can figure out how to leave, kick me out.
Okay, fine. That woman.
Yeah.
You two are going to be the death of what's left of my sanity, which is not a far trip to take. I'm just saying right now. No, don't give me that shit. I know you better than that. Jason says he almost fell out of his car watching that one. All right, so
God, I don't even know what it was, and I said something else that night, and it's like.
Then we were off to the races.
We're
off to the races. So as you can tell, that's the way things are going to be. I would like to see us actually become, well, I'm going to emulate our friend Melanie, really. If you want to hang out with some convention folks, that's us. If you want to hang out with some cosplayers, that's Mel. She's awesome at what she does. We pale in comparison, and along the way, I'm going to teach my dog to not knock into my desk so that the camera starts does that. Juno, come on, man. This is my gig.
She's not doing anything, but we went like this or whatever, and
this is my gig, and you're being rude about it, child. Don't give me that look. I know you're cute. It doesn't excuse anything.
She's just walking through your office
She's just
and
a thing.
everything shakes.
She's just a thunderbutt, aren't you?
Nuclear reactor with paws.
That's it. Come here. Say hi to everybody again. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here.
Deanna's like, earthquake! It's exactly what it is.
It's a puppy quake. I asked for that.
Yes, you did.
I'm getting molested by my dog.
You definitely asked for that.
Jesus. There. Hi. How are you? Yes. That's it. Yes. If anybody wants to be molested by Juno, feel free to schedule a dinner. Come on over. I'll cook. It'll be fine.
It's a fluff.
It's a fluff quake.
Thanks.
All right. Here. Okay. Why is your butt wet? Jesus. You take a shower just cuddling the damn dog. So, no, stop molesting me. So that's enough for tonight. We've bored people at this point. More on the book another day. More on CHTs eventually down the road. More comics. More of us all hanging out together in one concerted effort to be as entertaining and nerdy as always. Gratuitous nerdity.
Yes.
Gratuitous nerdity. That works. I like that plan. So for Anne and for Wade, for Savior, for Juno, for Tanya, for Deanna, for Dan, who has nowhere, he hasn't been anywhere near this show tonight, but we miss him and I love him anyway because he's my brother. And
there's a rumor.
What's a rumor?
We're going to see Dan on Friday.
There's a rumor we're going to see Dan on Friday?
Yeah.
Well, it's because we have a board meeting scheduled. I hope we see Dan on Friday. That's not a rumor. That's on my calendar. That's even on my calendar. That
I know it's on your calendar. Yeah.
I've forgotten that the meeting existed, but it was on my calendar, so that's a good thing.
You're like, wait, it's here?
Oh, wait, it's here already. That's amazing.
No, and then you're like, it's here?
So for everybody, and for Michael Koski, who joined us this evening, and it's always wonderful to see him, have a great week. Have a safe week. And we will talk to you again next week. I gotta go walk the dog now. Bye-bye.